What if I told you in just 7 days you could create the kind of messaging that makes your ideal customers stop scrolling and think, this is exactly what I've been looking for? Today I'm going to show you the exact framework my students use to transform their organic content and paid ads from meh to magnetic. We'll break down how to find the words that make your audience lean in, create hooks that stop the scroll, and build lead magnets people actually want to download. Grab a notebook because you're about to discover how to make every piece of content work harder for your business. Hello, and welcome to this brand new episode of the Launch Lounge. I'm thrilled that you're here, and I hope you have a notebook and a pen because today's episode, you're going to need to take some notes. I have created a 7-day plan. You can call it a challenge if you want. Or let's just call it a 7-day process for you to increase your traffic and your conversions in 7 days. Okay, now I'm going to tell you straight out of the gate, you need to be taking notes here today. I'm going to be sharing a lot of things that I want you to write down or things that you're not going to want to miss. The other option is you can email me podcast@thelaunchlounge.com and tell me, Salome, can you please put all that in a document? And then I will. If enough of you sends me an email, I'll put it in a document. I might even put it in a lead magnet. See what I did there? Winky, winky. But I need to hear from you first because you know what? I've got it in a document right here in front of me. It's in my notes for this episode. So it's not hard to turn it into one. But it requires resources. I got to make it pretty and then I got to put it on the website and I got to do stuff. And I'm not doing that stuff if you don't let me know you want it. So if you want it, email me podcast@thelaunchlounge.com. Tell me you really, really, really want my 7-day increase your traffic and conversion system. And then I'll put it in a PDF for you and I'll email it to you without collecting your email address. So now you know what to do. Okay. This is designed to help you triple your traffic and your conversions in 7 days and give you actionable things you can implement straight away, but not ginormous things that overwhelms you, like simple things that you can do every single day for 7 days. And then by the end of the 7 days, you should see more people downloading your lead magnets. You should see more people signing up for your email list. You should see your organic traffic increasing, and you should see your paid traffic increasing or the cost coming down. So here's what we're going to do. The first thing I want you to do is to decide what success is going to look like for you at the end of the 7 days. We all want big success, right? We all want to go, well, yes, I want to quit my job. I want to turn my side hustle into my full-time thing. I want to, create a full-time income for myself, all of those things. And yes, you can have those things, but you can't have those things in 7 days, right? So decide what success is going to look like for you. Are you looking to increase the number of email list subscribers you get purely from your organic sources? Because remember, the only reason you are showing up on social media in the first place is to get people to your lead magnets, right? Or maybe you have ads running and you want to bring down the ad costs. Maybe that's what you want to look for in these 7 days. I want you to choose one number. It has to be a number. It has to be quantitative because you have to be able to measure it. So it can be the number of people who visited your landing page, or it can be the number of people who opted in for your lead magnet, or it can be the number of people who went from downloading your lead magnet to buying your low dollar offer. Or it can be bring down the conversion cost of your lead magnet ads or your webinar ads. Whatever it is, I want you to decide what your goal is for increasing traffic and conversions in 7 days, and then use my 7-day guide to help you make changes and tweaks that you measure at the beginning of the 7 days and at the end of the 7 days to see if it worked or what worked. Okay, so let's begin. Day one. Day one, you are going to optimize your ideal customer profile. And I can already hear a bunch of you go, oh, not that ideal customer stuff again. And I know some of you are going like that because I used to go like that. I remember so well, like this is going back now 100 years. No, not 100 years, but 10 years. 10 years feels like 100 years, by the way, if you've been an entrepreneur for 10 years. I literally opened my first business on the 1st of July 2024. And I know that because in Australia, the financial year runs from the 1st of July to the 30th of June. And I started my very first business on a clean financial business year, the year after my youngest daughter was born. So I know exactly my first business. It was called Plume Coaching. I don't know why I chose that name. It makes no sense. It was a sales coaching business. I started Plume Coaching on the 1st of July, 2014. There you go. 2014. So that is almost 11 years ago. Now, in some ways, it feels like yesterday, but in other ways, it also feels like 100 years ago. And I know that some of you are cringing when I say we're going to optimize your ideal customer profile, because I think for the first 3 years, I was so desperate to just figure out how to be financially free, how to replace the income I had working as a pharmaceutical rep full time from my business, right? And it didn't happen for me for a long time. In fact, if you know my story, you know that it only really happened in 2017. And I went full time and actually did replace my income in 2018. And now, 2018 feels like the other day, but luckily that's a while ago as well. Okay, so optimize your ideal customer profile. I know that's not necessarily what you want to hear, but I'm going to just tell you that the better you get at understanding the pain and the desires that your ideal customer have, the better you'll be at speaking to him or her and at being found online by him or her. So for organic, if you have organic goals, I want you to revisit and refine your ideal customer profile. Deep dive into their specific challenges, their desires, and their goals. And use this messaging that I'm going to give you to come up with some sentences that you can use in your social media, that you can use on your landing pages, that you can use in your emails to start with when you speak to your ideal customer. I'm going to give you a whole list of sentences right now. And if you are sitting down, I want you to write them down. And if you're driving, maybe come back to this episode. But here we go. All right, number one. I worry about insert fear because insert imagined consequence. That's sentence number one. I worry about fear because imagined consequence. Now, I want you to sit down and think like your ideal customer and fill in the blanks. Number two, pain annoys me daily because consequence or detail. Pain annoys me daily because consequence or detail. Write that down and play with it based on what your ideal customer says. Number three, my experience of niche would be massively improved if wish. My experience of niche would be massively improved if wish. That's sentence number three. Number four, one day I hope to insert dream outcome. Number four. Number five, I knew I needed insert service When, insert event, thing that happened. All right. I knew I needed course, coaching, consulting when something happened. Okay, next one. I've lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6. Course, coaching, service, whatever, niche isn't suitable for me because objection. Okay? This is what you hear when you launch and people don't buy. Course, coaching isn't suitable for me because objection. Here's the next one. I know I shouldn't, but I sometimes confession. I know I shouldn't, but I sometimes confession. This is the thing that they are afraid to share with you. The fear that they have, or the pain point that they have, or the thing that they deeply desire that they're too ashamed to admit, right? Next one. Thing, pain point, regularly impacts my life by action or event. Thing, whatever you do, let me come up with an example so I can show you. So let's say you were someone who taught Facebook ads to hairdresser, and we had to use the example of thing that regularly impacts my life by action or event. Cancelled appointments regularly impacts my life because clients book using DMs and they don't follow up. Or we could say, I regularly get no-shows because the social media algorithm doesn't allow me to confirm appointments with people who set appointments using DMs, right? So then so that's a pain point that somebody has. And you can then say, well, you'll have no more canceled appointments if you use ads to reach people and allow them to book using the phone or using some booking system, right? And the last one, here's the last one. When, insert small joy, it makes me feel good because consequence or detail. So now you're going to think of some small joy, some small win that someone has when they're working with you and how it makes them feel good because insert detail or consequence, thing that they want. All right. So that is a list. You don't need to go through all of those. I'm giving you those because I have them. I've created them. It's a resource that I've given my students. But I think it's really useful way. It's a really useful exercise to put yourself in your ideal customer's shoes and come up with some sentences that is a little more specific than the pain points where we say, well, they feel overwhelmed or they feel confused or they feel tired or they feel all of those really generic pain points that are the first things that everybody grabs. That's just a little bit like vanilla and it gets lost in the shouting of all the overwhelm and confusion and tiredness that we already have online. All right. So we're still with day number 1, optimize your ideal customer profile. If you are using paid ads and you are optimizing your paid ads, then I want you to use these insights to refine your ad targeting and your messaging, right? So experiment with different custom audiences, different lookalike audiences, and then test different hooks based on these sentences. So you can take each of these sentences and turn it into a hook and use it in your first line of your copy or use it in the headline or use it on the actual image or video you are creating an ad with and see if it makes a difference. See if it connects more with your ideal customer. So that's day number 1's exercise, right? So go back, write down all these sentences and then fill in the blanks. And listen, there's no right or wrong. You cannot mess this up. Maybe sit down with one of your ideal customers, interview them and ask them to fill in the blanks and see what they say. That would be even better. All right, then we move on to day number 2. Day number 2, we're going to create some strong hooks. So day number 2, if you're focusing on organic strategies, you're going to brainstorm and test 5 to 10 hooks that grab attention instantly. I want you to use questions, bold statements, or relatable challenges. I've just given you a whole bunch of those examples in day number 1. But here's another one, right? Struggling to grow your email list? Here's a solution that works. Now, that is super generic and, super broad, but you get what I'm saying. You can use all of those sentences I've just given you. If you're a successful course creator, coach, or online expert who's ready to stop being the bottleneck in your own growth, listen up. We're currently accepting applications for 2 spots in our Meta Ads agency. What makes us different? We're not just your ads team. We're your growth partners who help you navigate the whole picture: your funnel strategy, your customer journey, and your scaling roadmap. We dive deep into your data to make sure every marketing dollar works harder for you. If you're doing at least 10K per month in revenue, have a proven offer that converts, and you're ready to invest at least 3K a month in ads to scale strategically, we'd love to talk. We only have 2 spots available, and they will go fast. This is for you if you want expert guidance and proven strategies that deliver predictable results. Go to thelaunchlounge.com/agency to apply now. If you're using paid ads, I want you to use these hooks to update the creatives in your ads, update the headlines, update those first lines of the copy, and taste different variations and see what works. Now, I did you a big favor because I told you I have it all here, right? I just literally went to ChatGPT and I said, "Hey, Mr. GPT, I want to give my audience a long list of really great hooks. Can you please give me a list of really great hooks I can share with my audience?" And here they are. So if you've got a pen and a piece of paper, I want you to write these down. Number 1, the problem solution hook. And again, I'm going to insert stuff here, right? I've got a template with insert stuff. You can always email me, podcast@thelaunchlounge.com, and tell me you want this on paper. I'll put it on paper for you. All right, problem solution hook. Struggling with insert specific problem. Here's how to fix it in short time frame. Okay? Why this works is it starts with a problem, offers the solution, and there's a time frame, right? Problem solution hook. Number 2, the surprising statistic hook. Did you know, insert shocking statistic, here's how to make sure this doesn't happen to you. Now it sounds a bit, here's the thing with hooks is they do sound a bit like those trashy magazines at the checkout counter in a grocery store, where they say, Harry's finally leaving Meghan or something like that. And then you're like, what? And you want to read it. And then you get there and then they mean, oh, he finally left her to go to somewhere for some conference. And they just used the language to play with words and make you assume different things. So this one, I know it sounds a little bit like that, but that's why it works. All right. Here is the next one, the bold promise hook. Triple your insert desired outcome in just short time frame, even if you're just starting out. I think we've all heard that one before, but it works. Next one, the curiosity-driven hook. Most, insert audience type, are making this one mistake. Are you? Next one, the how-to hook. How to achieve specific result without common obstacle. This is a headline. This is a hook that I often hear people use to describe their courses, right? How to achieve certain thing without common obstacle. It's a very common, popular way to give your course a sub-headline, your course name or your course title. Yeah. The next one, the myth-busting hook. You don't need, insert common misconception, to insert desired result. Here's what to do instead. Okay? Next one, the imagine this hook. Imagine waking up to specific benefit. This, whatever thing, lead magnet, offer, can get you there. That's intriguing. I like that one. Next one, the quick win hook. Want to achieve a result in less than short time? Download this now. Super simple. Next one, relatable struggle hook. I used to struggle or pain point, but then I found a way to solution. Super simple, right? So simple. Next one, the call out hook. Hey, specific audience. Hey, course creators. Hey, coaches. Hey, online entrepreneurs. Are you tired of specific problem? I've got something for you. Now, that one I will say is a bit cheesy and a bit overused. I don't love it, but I've just given you about 10 others. And when you combine it with what I gave you in day one, you're going to be on fire. All right. So use all of these hooks, test them in your social media, update your ads and test these and see what works. You never know what works. All right. Day 3. Perfect your lead magnet. Day 3, we're going to perfect our lead magnets. If you're tracking organic results, I want you to audit or create a lead magnet that provides a quick, tangible win for your audience. Ensure it's highly specific. You have to solve a problem that they can feel and that they can solve quickly, and it is aligned with their most pressing need. If you're doing paid traffic, I want you to focus on updating or designing your appealing landing page. Make sure your landing page has a clear headline that is benefit driven and a strong call to action that is placed above the fold. So you have to see the call to action button before you start scrolling. Keep your page mobile friendly and easy to navigate. And if you want an example of a really, 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 really good landing page, I'm just going to say I got one. You can go and have a look at thelaunchlounge.com/get my ad up. That is my 5-day video training landing page. It converts at about 75%, has done so consistently for years and years and years. And I've even redesigned it. I've moved it from the Shine and Succeed URL to the launchlounge.com URL, redesigned it completely, but kept the same copy and kept the same basic layout, and voila, my page still converts at 75%. So you're going to mess up my stats, my tracking when you all go to thelaunchlounge.com/get my ad up to look at that page. But I will forgive you because I will know that any spike in traffic on that page is due to what I've just said in this podcast. All right, so that is your day 3 task. Go and perfect your lead magnet. Go and perfect your landing page. Day 4, create high impact content that you're going to batch, right? Not just one day's content. I want you to batch 3 to 5 pieces of content that highlight your lead magnet's value. Some examples include behind the scenes reel showing how the lead magnet was created, a carousel post breaking down the key steps or tips related to your lead magnet, or a Reels or TikTok short video or YouTube short video teasing the benefits of downloading the lead magnet. And then schedule it. Schedule them a few days apart so that they don't all go out back to back. And if you're running paid ads, I want you to first post this content on social media. Do the whole experiment with social media first and see which one of the 3 or 5 posts that you created perform the best. Which one gets the best results? And then use that one for your ad, and your ad will perform so much better if it already has social proof on it. Okay. Day number 5, build credibility with testimonials. I want you to share 2 or 3 testimonials or stories from previous clients, even if it's hypothetical or based on related results. Like if you don't have any testimonials yet, you can pull an email from somebody who got something of value from your free content, or a comment from a social media post where somebody thanked you for the quality content that you created. I actually got one of those today. It makes me feel so good when somebody replied to an organic post on my Instagram to say they have just completed the 5-day video training and they loved it. Makes me feel so good, makes me feel really appreciated. So if you have something like that, use that, show others that have benefited from the strategies that are similar to what you share in your lead magnet. If you use paid ads, use testimonials in a carousel or in video ads and run those using the call to action for your lead magnet. Nothing says conversion and results more than someone who says, I converted and I got results. So use it. You don't have to tell them about the results. Let someone else share those results. Your audience wants to see themselves achieving success. So show them how others have done it. All right, that is day 5. Day 6, test and refine your messaging. If you're focusing on organic, I want you to share a poll or a quiz with your audience to learn which messaging resonated best. For example, what's holding you back from desired results? And then use the responses to tweak your messaging. Ask your audience in the stories to reply and tell you what their number one fear is as it relates to whatever your niche is. The thing that they're going to share with you, that is what you want to use for your copy. If you're running paid ads, you can create a quick A/B test with 2 different ad creatives or headlines and just run that to your warm audience and see which one performs better. And that will give your audience a much more tailored experience. So test and refine your messaging. That's day 6. Day 7, measure your results. So if you are running organic only, I want you to review the metrics from your organic content. Look at reach. How many people did you reach in the last 30 days versus the last 7 days? Is there an increase? I hope there is if you've been doing all of these things. What about engagement? Which posts got the most engagement? Reschedule those. Let them go out again. What about clicks? Where did the most clicks come from? Identify what resonated most with your audience. I used to have a mentor who said, what you treasure, you measure, right? What you treasure, you measure. So measure the results of your social media content so that you can see what performed best and do more of that. If you're running paid ads, I want you to analyze your ad performance. Look at your unique link click-through rate. Is it above 1%? If it's above 1%, you're doing great. What is your conversion rate on your landing page? Is it above 45%? It has to be above 45%. Otherwise, you're wasting money. And what is your cost per lead? Is it going up or is it coming down? It can always be coming down if you include more A/B tests, right? Scale the winning campaigns and maybe cut back on some of the underperformers. All right, now use that data and reflect on key learnings from the challenge and then outline a plan for maintaining momentum beyond the 7 days. Use what you learn in the 7 days to create a 30-day plan. You've already created so much content in the 7 days. You may as well reuse it. Reuse it on different platforms. Use AI to help you repurpose it. Turn it into articles, turn it into posts, turn it into pins, turn it into TikToks, whatever you need, repurpose it and get your message out there so that you use your winning messaging everywhere to build your email list. Now, here are some other things you may want to record. Audience insights. What resonated most with your audience? Which hook, content type, or message received the highest engagement? Was there any unexpected feedback or results or reactions? Lead magnet performance. How many people actually downloaded your lead magnet in these 7 days? What was the conversion rate on your landing page? What feedback, if any, did you receive about the lead magnet? Content results. Which organic posts performed the best in terms of reach, engagement, or clicks? Did the scheduled content make managing your week easier? Paid ad performance. Which ad performed the best and why do you think that was? How did your audience respond to paid ads compared to organic content? There's different audiences, right? Your organic audience is a lot warmer. They know you, they like you, they trust you, they're familiar with you. Your paid ad audience, they don't know you from a bar of soap. So they're cold, they behave differently. What about things you know now that you didn't know before? What do you know about your audience behavior? What motivates your audience to click, engage, and convert? Are there new pain points or desires you didn't realize they had? I've learned a lot about my audience since I've started uploading some emails and some survey results and some conversations to AI and asking it to help me understand my ideal customer. What about content preferences? What type of content? Videos, carousels, lives, groups? What works best for engaging with your audience? Are there hooks or headlines that consistently outperform the others? Message refinement. How can you further refine your messaging for clarity? And how can you further refine it for impact? And maybe did you discover some phrases or new benefits or ways to put old benefits in different pictures or different metaphors or different scenarios that you never really realized that's how your audience use your products or your services, or ideas that your audience loved? Conversion obstacles, not objections, obstacles, which is objections really. What objections or hesitations did you notice from your audience? Did addressing these objections improve your conversions? Overall, I want you to think about what worked better than you expected and why. What was your biggest challenge and how did you overcome it? If you repeated this process, what would you do differently? What was your confidence in attracting and converting cold traffic before you did this versus how it is now? Are you feeling more confident? And what is a new strategy that you will continue to use moving forward? So, as we wrap up today's episode, I want to take a moment and I want you to imagine yourself a week from now. Imagine opening your email account and seeing new subscribers who are actually the kind of people you love to work with. Picture yourself feeling confident about every piece of content you create, knowing that it's speaking directly to your ideal customer's heart. You've already proven that you have what it takes. You've built an email list, you've made some sales, and you're ready for the next level. This 7-day framework isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter and letting your authentic voice shine through in a way that naturally attract your ideal customers. So remember, you don't need to implement everything perfectly. Start with just one day's tasks. Master it and build from there. The beauty of this framework is that it can grow with you. And, it doesn't have to be 7 days, it can be 30 days or just 1 or 2 days, adapting it to your schedule and your needs. If you loved today's episode and you want me to turn this into a 7-day challenge that you can download and follow along step by step, remember to shoot me an email, podcast@thelaunchlounge.com. I mean it. I really want to hear from you. And if you want this episode in PDF or email format that you can print and follow along, you got to email me. If I hear from enough people who want this, I'll create it for you. So get emailing. Until Thursday, when we're going to talk about fast profits from slow growth, the strategy I didn't see coming. See you then. Bye. If you want an easy way to build an audience that is ready to buy without wasting money or pulling your hair out trying to work the tech, then get the free 5-day Facebook and Instagram ads training now. In just 5 days, you'll learn how to set up high-converting list-building ads, navigate the ads manager like a pro, and master the exact formula through profitable ad spend. No fluff, no guesswork, just proven strategies that work. The best part? This comprehensive video training is completely free, and you'll get lifetime access to our brand new 2025 edition as soon as it launches. Ready to transform those scary ad campaigns into your most powerful lead generation tool? Head over to thelaunchlounge.com/get my ad up or click the link in the show notes. Don't wait. Your future customers are scrolling through their news feeds right now.